Introducing the all-new Airfield from Raven. This is the first time the brand has appeared on the channel. It is an old micro brand, however. They've been around for about almost a decade, and you can definitely tell with the build quality. The watch has a nice, solid feeling about it. The design, neat and tidy. But at 550 USD, is it worth it? Well, in this video, we're gonna try and find out. Let's check it out. The case giving me some Tudor vibes, but it's relatively straight. You can see the case back protruding out. There is a tiny bevel on the bottom of that mid case, giving it more of a trim, less side slabby look. Completely polished brushing on top of the lugs, very nice. And a brushed bezel, and the bezel's really cool. It has a ceramic inlay in there. I've never seen that before. So just a flat piece of ceramic, giving you a little bit of reflection to pop against that brushed bezel. So nice contrast on that bezel. It's a fantastic design element. The measurements I got were 40 millimeters in diameter, 13 thick, including that single domed sapphire. You get awesome distortion right there. Drilled lugs and a lug to lug 48 even. Okay, so gonna be excellent for strap changes. And this bracelet as well. It is 20 mil tapering down to 16. So you get that nice elegant taper. And this one does have 4 micro adjust milled clasp, Raven logo, fold over, friction fit, screwed links with quick release spring bars. So very nice. The Raven Airfield is tough as nails. They did a torture test on YouTube, 25,000 rounds fired 9mm with the Airfield on, and of course it worked perfectly after. So definitely a tough tool watch here. The sapphire has blue anti-reflective coating that's not overdone. Now this watch is kind of a hybrid field watch and pilot's watch with 200 meters of water resistance with that 6.3 mil crown. The operation on that crown is phenomenal, ultra smooth. Every time. It's a solid feeling experience. Now the dial and hands. Matte black dial with white painted hands that pop. Legibility is fantastic. White raised Arabics made out of X1 blue lume. So can't wait to see the lume shot. And that splash of red on that second hand is the icing on the cake. A subtle design choice that brings the watch alive. It's a clean, constrained look, but with that splash of red, it brings it up a notch. Very nice. Now it does have, it almost looks like a dive time bezel without the timing, of course, around the dial. You can see it as a design element. What are your thoughts and opinions on that design element? I think it creates an interesting look, but I would like to see the watch without that design element. The bracelet has female end links, so although we are getting a very straight case, it's going to wear excellent because of this feature. The printing on the dial is nice and minimal, just Raven and Airfield. And of course the Raven logo. Sized up for my 6.5-inch wrist, 140 grams. Yup, this thing feels nice and solid without being too heavy. Raven regulates their movements, so you're not just getting an off-the-shelf NH38, you're getting a regulated one. Wow, look at these numbers. 0.1 milliseconds in beat error, almost 300 amplitude, and 0, 0. Wow, it's so stable. -1. Excellent. I wonder how it's going to be positionally. All right, we're going to find out soon. 4th and final round, 0. Okay, so now we're going to do 12 down to check the positional variance. How is it going to actually work on your wrist? The 2 most prominent positions on the wrist, dial up and 12 down. So the error became perfect, 0.0. Wow. Amplitude did drop, but that's the movement, typical of the base Seiko movements. And let's look at the rate. 5, 3, 2, and the 4th and final round, 0. Wow, 0 seconds a day and 0 seconds a day in both positions. Is that a first for an NH movement? Well done, Raven. Okay, here is the X1 blue lume. Definitely not as intense as Seiko Lumabrite, let's say, the green lume. But if it can maintain this level of strength for a couple hours, then I would say pretty decent loom. All right, and everything is loomed. Well done, it looks great. $550, is it worth it? Well, the big draw, we get a regulated movement. The finishing on the hands is a big ding for me. They are rough. Dust on the dial could use a little bit of blowing. Yeah, if those two issues were taken care of, I would be more lenient, but the watch feels solid. The ceramic inlay, the domed sapphire, the tapering bracelet with the quick release, the female end links, 200 meters, the stress test of 25,000 bullets. There's a lot to like, all right? And if you like the clean, neat design that the Airfield offers, yeah, you know what? I would say go for it. But I'm curious what you guys think. What is your maximum spend on an NH movement? And is a watch only made of its movement? Or are you guys considering other factors like the finish? And if you made it this far, please remember to subscribe. And if you want more micro brand goodness, check out the videos on the right of your screen right now. And I'll see you in the next one.